Today was the 22nd of January 2024. Um, I'm doing this a little bit early today. I say a little bit early. It's 12:30. I have some idea of what I want to do this episode, so I'm just gonna quickly. I don't want this to be another fucking 30-minute episode. It's getting too long. I have been watching some of these episodes back, and I do sound quite arrogant, and so sometimes there's ironic moments. I watched my yesterday's episode back, and I said I don't like how the chef makes me feel stupid, and and then I think it took me about 5 seconds of saying to find the word stupid, which is very ironic. Yeah, yesterday's video, I'm not proud of it, but I'm not gonna like delete them. What the fuck is that? Oh, here it is in my inventory. There you go. Yeah, I wasn't particularly proud of that episode. It makes me like a bit of a fucking wanker, but I'm not gonna delete them. So I mean, I just had a little bit of an aggravating day, and you know, it's lots. I was just being very arrogant, and I'm aware of that, just in case you didn't know. So I can't breed anymore. So when are they gonna start dying? Come on, this is getting shit now. There's no way. I've only bred like 2. Right, okay. I'll take the hint. Oh no. That'll be such a disaster if they blow up the farm. Fuck you. Check my corners. Yeah, so about today. It wasn't a fantastic day, to be honest. I woke up at. Originally, I did actually wake up on my alarm, but I was so fucked. I knew it wasn't a good idea to go to training. I just said I'd go in the afternoon, and I did. But to be honest, I almost always prefer to get it done in the morning. There's not a single time where. Well, actually, that's a lie. A few times, I'm glad I went this evening. It was a really fun session. But most of the time, it's always better in the morning. Although, I do feel very physically tired after a good session for the rest of the day. So it's kind of weird for me to try and think of a balance where, that's a very weird spawn. It's hard for me to try and think of a balance where, I can, you know, do a session in a time that doesn't feel like my whole day is leading up to it. Like in the afternoon, you feel like you can't do any long tasks. You have to get ready to training soon. But at the same time, in the morning, as I said, I just feel quite tired after the morning sessions. But maybe I don't know. I've had a long time to play around and structure with it. I guess I need to be more experimentative, because I feel like, I mean, especially when it comes to following advice online, there's so much information out there. I'm just gonna just disregard it and think for myself and see what I actually like, how I feel after doing certain things, trying certain experiences, trying certain timetables and whatnot. Because I have been thinking about that for a while. Stuff like dietary stuff or tablets, like modafinil. Apparently, some people say it's the best thing ever. For me, it's been okay, but definitely not the hype it's been built up to. So yeah, basically that's a little mini rant of me saying I'm just going to experiment more this year with my time and shit. So yeah, woke up, came out of bed about 11. I'd say I felt well rested, but I didn't sleep that well. I mean, it was weird because I didn't wake up in the middle of the night, but I didn't, you know, I just woke up feeling not fantastic. I think I accidentally fell asleep on top of 2 pillows, so my back was a little bit fucked when I woke up. So I just did some stretches whilst my eggs were boiling. I really fancied pancakes this morning, but I thought I just had a fucking 500 milliliters of ice cream, or 250, the large Ben & Jerry's. I just had a large Ben & Jerry's yesterday. I'm not then gonna put fucking pancakes on top of that. It's just gonna spike my blood sugar. It's not really what I need. It's not good. So I did the mature thing and made some hard-boiled eggs, soft, like kind of medium-boiled eggs, and yeah, it was nice. I did actually have some Nutella on bread afterwards because I really wanted something sweet. Um, but yeah, so after that came upstairs. Obviously it was already 11. I wasn't going to take any modafinil today. I still have that random missing 100 milligrams of modafinil that just fucking disappeared. Nobody knows where it is in the house. It's a fucking mystery. So yeah, I didn't take any tablets today, and you know it's worrying me because maybe modafinil works way better than I thought, and because it actually wasn't on my mind that I haven't had modafinil this morning. I wasn't thinking, oh no, I haven't had a chance to take it. Oh no. So that wasn't on my mind, but my focus was really bad. And only after a few hours of really bad focus, I thought, oh yeah, I haven't had modafinil today. So it makes me think, shit, maybe like, maybe modafinil boosts my focus to just about slightly above average. Oh no, it's slightly below average because it's still not fucking great. So that's a huge worry for me. Because yeah, when I take modafinil, it definitely improves, but it's not like amazing. It's not like fucking Bradley Cooper's Limitless movie, you know. Uh, but you know, I think there's also other natural things that you can do to improve focus. I mean, I've already done lots of damage just from the constant stimulus that I've been exposing myself to ever since I was a fucking toddler, probably. With YouTube and sugary foods and you know Instagram, TikTok. I remember being a kid. I literally had no computer literacy, but somehow I managed to stumble across YouTube, and one of the first videos I ever watched was the fucking stormtrooper in a car park doing like this humpy dance with that weird fucking song in the background. You could probably find that if you look up stormtrooper humping or some shit. You'll probably see that. It's got to be like a 2006, 2008 video. And the peanut butter jelly time, that era. So I didn't have like the common sense to type in YouTube onto Google and browse YouTube. But sometimes if I was just searching something and it was a link to YouTube and I'll click on it and end up on YouTube, I remember always like making sure that I make the most of it before I have to go, because I used to treat, cause as I said, I didn't know how to get onto this website. So I was like, oh my god, I love this website. I'm gonna try and watch as many videos as I can before leaving because I don't know how to get back on. And that was, yeah, I remember I was being upset. Like even back then, their suggestion algorithm was so addicting, and I loved it. There probably wasn't that many ads back then. Um, and now I've known how to access YouTube with a snap of my fingers for probably 14 years now. And then stuff like Instagram has just come along, which has made it even worse, the attention span. TikTok, I wasn't that much of a TikTok user. I did use TikTok briefly, whilst I was a creator on there for a very short time. But it's no worse than Instagram Reels that I use all the time. Instagram Reels are shit. I've just deleted Instagram today again. See how long I keep it off. But yeah, so my attention span is fucked, but I suppose that I could, yeah, maybe, I want to maybe normalise not taking my phone out with me, and just explain, because I'm 21 years old now, you know, it's not like I need to be called, parents are going to be worried. If I just explain to them, listen, I'm not going to have my phone on me, I'll check my phone at night or some shit. I really want to normalise that, because hopefully in the long term I can benefit from that. Where the fuck are these saplings, man? I've chopped down 4 trees, I've got 3 saplings. There you go. I feel like I need more, because I'm not going to plant this tree all the way back home. And then I should have made another axe. Don't even have any spruce saplings, I need a spruce sapling. Yeah, so I want to do things like watch a little bit less YouTube. I think I'm gonna completely. I try to avoid talking about things like this, because I'm embarrassed somebody I know will find these. But I mean, I suppose it's just self-help, so it's not embarrassing. But I think I'm gonna completely terminate pornography, and I'm still gonna fucking masturbate, but I'm just gonna use my amazing imagination, because I've heard that like masturbation is actually, or ejaculation at least, is it can help you prevent prostate cancer or something. I don't have a fucking family history of prostate cancer, but you know, if I can, maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to continue it. But one thing I've noticed about pornography is the most of the joy comes from like your abundance of choice, I think, and it's yeah, that is a huge problem. Because imagine if you got like a caveman and like cooked him up to that shit. I mean, I remember I once saw a video, obviously not on a porn site, just to make it very clear. I once saw a video of a baby that was trying ice cream, and it must have been for the first time because you could see the look on the baby's face when the sugar hit them for the first time. Because since then they've probably just been having pretty plain foods, healthy for babies to grow, and then had a lick of this ice cream, and it was like drugs. And that's what we're eating every day. And sugar, like a lot of this processed food, actually craving. They call it cravings, but that's just like that's basically withdrawals. I think everybody's so numb to it. If you put a fucking drug addict in a room and take drugs away from them, and put another room next to them of an average person, but take away sugar, they're gonna have like very similar like behaviors probably. You know. Um, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, yeah, a lot of my mind is racing at the moment. I don't know what my fucking I can't stay on one topic. I've barely spoken about the day, but that's kind of what I do every episode now. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna completely get rid of porn, um, which will result in probably less masturbation anyway, which is a good thing. Just saves time really. Um, and by the way, not that it's that important, but I feel like I just want to mention I discovered this art of self-pleasure extremely early, and I don't know why, but man, when I discovered it, I thought I'd invented something. That's how young I was. I seriously thought I'd invented something. And then when I was getting older and I heard about masturbation, I was like, oh, that's not what I do. No, that's not what I do. I do my own thing. Then obviously I realised it was, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't create something. But I literally discovered it. I must have been like 7 or 8 years old when I discovered it, which is pretty fucking nuts from what I've heard. I hear people discovering it at like 12. I discovered it 4 years early, and it might be the reason why my like attention is so fucked. So I've heard of like obviously there's a massive community about like sperm retention. It's pretty big in like religious groups, and also people are doing it. It's kind of intertwined in. It's like a subcategory inside of the self-help community. Um, there's so much information on the like sperm retention, but there's so much information that you can kind of run with anything that you want. That you can find any study, because there's so many studies out there. There's so many studies out there that one of the studies will agree with what you want to believe anyway. So that's one of the huge problems of the internet for me. There's so much information. If you want to find a video that says having a wank 5 times a day is good for you, you could find it. Like, oh yeah, this study shows. Does it? Where was this study? How could you like? There's so many quote unquote studies. You know, um, yeah, and that's a problem about the internet. Um, but yeah, anyway, why I don't even know how the fuck I got onto masturbation. Oh yeah, yeah, because my attention span. So yeah, so I've, I was, I'm just gonna try and veer off from this now because I've been on it for too long. But yeah, I really don't like having to take like drugs for attention. I really don't. I do see it as a little bit of a last resort. Maybe I should have tried some more stuff before. But now I've gone down the rabbit hole, I'm learning about more drugs. But, you know, their side effects are so scary, I'm not sure if I'm willing to risk that shit. And then those are already the side effects that are being listed. It could affect me in a different way and fucking make me infertile or something. But, yeah, it's very worrying, something I think about a lot. Hopefully, hopefully I find my... There's probably no such thing as a miracle drug. If something benefits you massively, it has to have drawbacks. It's just kind of the way shit is, you know? Or not, I guess not all the time. There's some foods that taste amazing and are fantastic for you. And obviously too much of anything is bad. But yeah, I don't know. So the reason why... probably the reason that triggered the massive... attention span rant is the fact that today I had a very difficult time thinking. Not thinking, but remaining attention or keeping attention on something. I did try looking for land, my business idea that I've considered giving up many times, but after listening to the Think and Grow Rich summary yesterday, he said that one of the things he said amongst lots, I'm going to listen to it many more times, maybe even read it. One of the things he says is that you need faith to believe in something. When you believe in something, you'll act or work in a way that's different and eventually come to achieve. Because the whole, I mean, half the time I've been doing this, I've been pretty down and thinking, oh, this might not work. I remember the immense happiness that I felt when I had a plot of land where the seller was interested. I sent it off to somewhere where they could sell that land. They signed the contract agreeing to give me a cut if it sold, and I was over the moon. Even though the buyer pulled out, I'd basically proved that this concept works. But now I've gone a little bit of time without any joy. Some voices creep in and tell me maybe you're really lucky just once and this will never happen again. But have I truly given it my all during the whole time of running this business? No, I haven't. So I can't really expect it to work if I haven't given it my all and worked extremely hard for a long time. So I was reading a little bit of, because I couldn't focus, so I said, you know what? I was trying to think today. I was trying to think what's next. I tried to keep that in my mind. Ate breakfast. What's next? Clean up. What's next? Tea. What's next? Go upstairs. Fucking do some work. What's next? So I don't want to like linger around on my phone too much. I still did linger around on my phone a lot, so I actually deleted Instagram today. I've just mentioned that already, but I'm very proud of it. No, not really. It's still. Now I'm just using Reddit way more than I use it. It's just maybe I should delete that too. But I feel like Reddit is a more productive thing to scroll on your phone. I mean, yeah, it's not great, but I think it's better than Instagram because you can have discussions with like-minded people, and I'd say there's a huge massive diversity of people on Reddit. Same with Instagram, but Instagram people don't really have discussions. I'm on a few. Oh shit. I'm on a few Reddit pages that involve like nootropics and side hustles. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of Reddit. I mean, unfortunately, the side hustles Reddit page is a little bit disappointing. I mean, to be honest, everyone's just there looking to get rich quick, and that's always a red flag, and it's always full of when people that think they can make $1,000 in 1 week with no skills. It's just almost never gonna happen, and it's a waste of time reading through that fucking shit, to be honest. But yeah, so I did. Fucking hell! Come on. Just having a little think. So yeah, I looked at the land that I found yesterday, and I realised that I was being too optimistic. I don't think it's going to be approved. And I mean, it's one thing somebody with experience saying I don't think that'll be approved. That obviously that's not ideal, but you know, if something looks like it has the opportunity to be approved, that's all I need. That's all I need. I just need it to look good, so people might buy it in auction. And But this one just, the more I look at it, it just doesn't look possible. So I guess I'll just have to move on from that plot of land and keep moving. I did come up with an idea today. I've heard of certain companies that offer like cheap labor for like online, say like say for like um, admin work online. I think there's companies in India and other companies that have um, a lower income. They actually will do some of these jobs for much cheaper, so like a lower cost of living. And you know, this does set off my morals alarm a little bit, but if they have a lower cost of living and they don't need as much to earn, and there's companies that are already offering this service, then I think I can take this and use this to my advantage. So if I could get a bunch of Indian dudes looking for land, I'll just explain with them what I do and how I look. I could probably explain that in 15 minutes. Um, I could get a bunch of them to do that. Hopefully their focus is better than mine. They can find some stuff and I can look into it for them and triple or quadruple, even more, 5, 10x my eyeballs. Then I think that'll be really great because that's where it all starts. Is just looking, obviously, just looking for it, and then I've already got the relationships with the auction house, and I've already got something signed, so that could be pretty awesome. I'm currently looking for websites where I might be able to find such labour. I've asked on Reddit, but no one replied. So I'll just keep looking online. But yeah, so did a little bit of reading, tried to work a little bit, sent another follow-up message to the PT lady who again hasn't replied, which is getting really annoying now. I don't like telling on people and getting people in trouble, but this lady has been absolutely dreadful. She's been the worst personal coach ever. Every time because she has to mark my work so I can move forward, and she's just not responding to my messages. So it's it's impossible for me to move forward if she's not responding, and it's getting really fucking annoying. I've already asked her manager once to speed her up for me, and she did, but she's just maybe she's going through some shit or she's got loads of clients, but this is ridiculous. I paid over $1,000 to do this with them, and their fucking replies have been fucking dreadful. So yeah, after a lot of lounging around, about 6, 7 hours at home, didn't achieve much. Read a little bit, came up with the idea. I actually posted a job, like a job opportunity on Indeed. They're just verifying my business. So yeah, after posting all that, what happened to my wall? Where are the shears? So yeah, after doing all that, I had more food, my spaghetti, before leaving for training. Watched a bit of Futurama. I fucking love Futurama. It's so jokes. Um, so yeah, messed around a bit. And yeah, I mean, I have not felt great today. I feel like I haven't really got that much done. It just feels shit. Um, I glanced a little bit at the real world and saw some of their predictions for the stuff. What might move and what might not. I felt basically zero drive today. I felt zero drive, but the frustrating part is I still have goals and where I want to end up. So when I don't have drive, I just feel stressed and guilty that I'm not going anywhere close towards those goals. And yeah, it's really fucking annoying. I hate living like this. But yeah. So left for training, and I literally just watched the train leave. I had a different. I mean, some of my clothes that I usually wear are still in the wash, so I had to just pull out some other stuff. And I thought, oh, I can't wear these shoes with. I mean, I guess I never used to have this conscience, but I thought, you know what? I've got these shoes that this is how lazy I am, guys. I got these shoes that I stepped in dog shit with about maybe maybe like 6 weeks ago now, and I just left it outside. I just left the shoe outside. I'm like, I'm just gonna wear other shoes. I can't be fucked. I think when I first stepped in it, I tried to clean it up, but it still smelt. So I was like, I'm just not gonna wear them. I'll clean it up later. Haven't cleaned them. Just left them outside for 6 weeks. Looked at them today for the first time in ages. A spider has made a house in there, and it doesn't smell of shit anymore. So that's good. It sorted itself out. Maybe it was the rain or something. So I evicted the spider, and and just fucking got to work. You know, evicted the spider, got on my bike, went to training, and all was well. Train journey was all right. I literally, as I just said, I just watched the train leave, which was pretty infuriating. I had to wait like 15 minutes. So I decided that I would fucking look for this cheap labour online. Couldn't find any yet. I guess I'll ask around for some friends, or maybe just hang around some Indian forums. I'm just saying India because my sister actually went travelling there, and she just told me how cheap everything was. Like accommodation, food, everything is so cheap. To the power of our currency. So I'm sure there's other countries that are even better, but Indians are pretty computer literate in general. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Training was a little bit annoying. I got there a little bit late, which is my fault for not leaving in time to catch the train. But today was one of those days where I was like, if I could tell the future, I probably would have stayed at home. Because the move of the day was alright. And I do think I'll actually use part of it. So maybe I'm being too harsh. But yeah, the rolling was alright too. To be like, yeah, everything was alright, but the rolling wasn't that long. The move of the day was good. I didn't. No, now I'm saying it out loud. It wasn't that bad. I'm just being negative. It just didn't feel like the session was that long, and for the travelling, it definitely wasn't worth like the travel. For the session length, but maybe the moves that I learned today will stick with me and save me in a massive competition, or maybe save my life in a fucking home invasion or some shit. But yeah, it was. I'm gonna get rid of these walls now. I found a better way to do this. Wait, should I? Keep them for now. Yeah, so session was alright. The move of the day was some sort of like headquarters, guard pass, leg drag kind of combination, and the rolling was quite fun, although it was very busy. There's lots of kicks in the head, and not to me luckily. But I mean, I've been training regularly for 5 years now, and before then I was training even more, but at like a little shit place that I think I've mentioned. But I've got quite small ears, and I like my ears, to be honest. I'm quite vain about my ears. I'm quite vain about everything, to be frank, but I like my ears. I've always liked my ears. I've always said, oh, I don't get cauliflower ear, I don't know, I don't get it, I'm immune to it. And for a long time that's been true, except today. I mean, I felt like my ear was swelling up a little bit, but today it's gone up quite, not that bad. I've seen way worse, for sure, but I didn't think I could get it, and here I am. I've got it. Um, it just feels quite weird. Putting earphones in is a little bit hard. So yeah, I suppose I'm gonna go and get it drained now. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not too happy about that. You know, I quite like my ears, and it's gonna affect the way I look. Hopefully, I mean, I don't think girls will look at you and be like, oh, he can protect. They don't understand where it's from. They'll just say, oh, that's ugly. If they could understand that it's from fighting and you can protect them in any situation, they don't think like that. They'll be like, oh, that's ugly. I'm not interested. It's not that bad, but it kind of only gets worse. It doesn't shrink. It only gets worse. When you drain it, it looks fucking ugly. But I suppose, am I willing to give up jiu-jitsu and fighting to not get further damages? No. So that's the end of the discussion, really. So yeah, that was a big hit today. I was like, oh shit, I'm getting it. I'm getting the fucking collar gear. No way. But I'm sure I'll be alright. Yes, I came home, and on the way home, one of my major trains was fucking heavily delayed, which is just a fucking joy. That they maintain these train lines and the trains more than a rocket ship but the train's always fucking delayed, which is, I want to say funny, but it's just not funny anymore. You know, it's really, really annoying. And then also the backup train was delayed as well, which was, I wanted to laugh, but I just didn't have it in me. Yes, I was on the train, spirits were pretty low. It took me about an hour and 40 minutes to get home today, which is fucking way longer than usual. And again, if I could tell the future, I probably would have just stayed home for all that bollocks, just done a run or something. But now it's kind of late. It's 1 in the morning. It's quite early considering when I've been going to bed recently. But I want to get to bed now and go to training in the morning, get out of the way. I don't think I'm gonna have any more modafinil tomorrow. But I think I'll wake up very early on Wednesday and have it then. See how that goes. So yeah, I came home. Originally, I was thinking about not eating when I get home after training. When I train in the evenings, I don't want to eat in the afternoon or evening, sorry, because I usually just resort to eating crap. But I thought it's probably not. I'm not. I mean, it's not about weight or anything, or appearance. It's just I'm just eating crap that isn't beneficial to me, and I mean in the long term it will obviously impact weight and how I feel. But I was thinking I could make another like decent meal in the evening. It'd be a lot of work, so I suppose I'm just lazy. But I thought, you know what, I'm not going to make any changes just for the next 2-3 weeks because I have a competition a little bit through February, so I don't want to. And I'm also not cutting weight, so I'm going to be fighting stronger guys, so I don't want to even put myself at a bigger disadvantage by not eating in the afternoon. So I've thought about making that change. I'll probably wait a little bit to make that change and see where we go. So yeah, that was it really. Got back, had some chicken that was in the fridge. I was very lucky to see that. I was like, thank God, that's fucking perfect. If I could have chicken every night, I wouldn't consider not eating in the night. But obviously chicken's takes a while to cook and shit. So it could be expensive if you have it every day. But is it seriously not going to give me one? What is up with it? Minecraft always used to give you loads of saplings. What the fuck is up with this now? But yeah, came back, had the chicken, had the biscuits that my gran gave me last week that I just haven't eaten, but I just got rid of them today. And yeah, watched a bit of YouTube, but not too much. I'm trying just to go to bed soon. And did this video, and that's it. That was the day. I'm just stretching out so I can get rid of these trees. There you go. 4. I'll get this one too. But yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to mention some stuff. Watching back some of the videos, I've noticed that I've missed out some huge things that I mean, not huge, but I've missed out some things that I was like, oh, I can't believe I forgot to mention that from that day. Yesterday I forgot to mention at work. On the way back, it was very windy and rainy. It's like a big storm again. And the UK, we're the gayest country when it comes to dealing with weather. There's other countries with massive layers of snow and they just get on with it, but with us, wind, everything shuts down. My sister offered to drive in a convoy because she was worried about me in the wind. I was like, look, don't say this in front of the girls, man. You're making me look like a pussy. She treated me like a baby brother. And yeah, I'm younger than her, and it's sweet that she's concerned, but I wish she wouldn't. It's a little bit condescending. But yes, as I was driving back, I noticed there's a fucking frog in the road. It was raining. The frog must have obviously liked the water. I thought that was awesome. I loved that. So yeah, I saw a frog. That made me smile a little bit. And also at work, I pulled the funniest prank in the history of the world. They have these eggs behind the bar, and I went up to one of the guys who's like learning how to be a bar guy, a barman, bartender. That's it. Got there. One of the guys who's learning to be a bartender. I went up to him with like a sense of urgency. I was like, "Hey mate, hey, the head of the bar. I won't say his name, but the head of the bar. He told me he needs this, and I can't give it to him right now. I've got to sort something out of the back of the room. Can you quickly give this to him?" I handed him an egg, and then I stand back and watch him go up to this guy and say, "Hi, I heard you need an egg." And then the guy's like, "What the fuck do I need an egg for?" And then he turns around to me and goes, "You prick!" But I found it extremely funny. So did all the waitresses that I let in on the joke. You know, I brighten everyone's day a little. No, but it was very funny. Made me smile. I make myself smile too much. But yeah, I can't believe I didn't mention that yesterday. That should have been the title of the video. Didn't even fucking mention it. But yeah, hilarious prankster. Time to go to bed.